1, 2, 3. Alright. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Good morning. Yes, it's almost morning for me, even though it's like 2 p.m. But my day is very easy today. So, afternoon, exactly. Shinui. Ranbed Lam, hello, Furious as well, hello. Welcome everybody. Yeah, I stayed up really late last night. I was, playing with a planner, like checking some stuff out, this and that, so yeah. And now also before the stream I tried to prepare the... It's 8 a.m. there. Yeah, no, it's 2 p.m. here, so I guess you're from US East. But when was the last time you were so excited about D2R? I don't know, many years ago. I mean, I'm excited about the build for sure. I know that there are some caveats behind all of this that will be a little bit funny when we get to them, like, no other balancing, no item balances, things like that. That would be maybe not as cool. But anyways, I think it's stuff for later. Now I think we are all pretty excited. I think I'm too bright, and yeah, let's enjoy the moment. I wanted to spec to another build, but I could do it maybe a little bit later. I think he's wearing my... no. And when we do, we should be generally stronger, and I think that maybe we will split today as well, like half time running okay and half time just farming maybe terror zones for some of the thunder charms and some levels and whatnot. So I think that would be a bit more interesting. I did play a little bit yesterday, maybe like half an hour or 45 minutes after the stream as well, so I found a few good charms as well, like fast run walk, 11 all res, I think 4 all res I think was also there, second 5 all res 2 strength, so bunch of things. I don't think I found any item in the meantime. Yeah, I don't think so. So I tried to set up the exit enter hotkey, auto hotkey macro before the stream, but they updated the version to 2.0 and the script doesn't work anymore, and I had no time to figure out how to do it, unfortunately, because that's gonna slow down a little bit and a bit more tedious to start the game and all of that. Anyways, with that out of the way, we can continue going and grinding a little bit. I was fairly excited yesterday, to be honest, with this bind demon ability that actually persists over games, and that you are not actually crippled once you find something good, and you don't have to use it only for that game. I think this opens up a lot of interesting things, again with the caveat that this is D2R and there is like not so much essentially to do, and there are also like some downsides in terms of what things are generally available. So holy crap, that was a hard hit. So, but anyways, I think it's all quite exciting, regardless. Jesus Christ, that was a lot of damage. And yeah, let's see how it goes. One thing, there are a few things that I wanted to say, like from the beginning. One is that the bug where your chronicle disappears, so you could see mine has 0%, and I think all that I discovered is this Gene Slayer that I found yesterday off the rack, and this ancient armor, for example. The bug is persistent and a lot of people have it, so don't be too attached to your chronicle state at the moment. Just for your, you know. Wait, can I? No, not really. I guess only from the outside. So don't be too attached to your chronicle. That could really break any moment. Yeah, it needs work anyway. I agree. I think the separation of online offline, the ability to bind it to a specific character or account wide, I think this is all the reasonable things to do. Okay, so we found Silks of Victor. Forgot they give one all skill actually, even in D2R. That's kind of cool. Quite neat. So yeah, that could break. That's one thing. And it unlocks stuff on the Chronicle. Yeah, exactly. I think there should be like either a reset button or, you know, stuff like this. But anyways, and the second bit of info that I found is that there has been quite a few things data mined from the game files. Precisely crafting recipes, and I'm a bit like, you know, always I'm a bit cautious and like on the maybe not a plus side of things, because the thing that they like what they added is mostly a power creep. I mean, obviously it's not confirmed that this thing's gonna be there. The only difference previously, when we had some lines, for example, for new rune words and shit like that, they were only like names. There were no real data behind them, no stats, nothing. Here though, it was like a full, you know, full data, recipes, everything. So, and what they do and how and so on and so forth. Their looks, stuff like this. So it's way more real than the previously what we experienced from this kind of data mines. So my main problem is that yeah, it will add a lot of power creep, but in Z2 there is no need for power creep. There is nothing to do in the game that requires power. For majority of the characters. Of course there are, you know, niche off-meta builds that suck, and again, in my opinion, it would have been better if they rebalanced existing crafting for this version of the game and considered rebalancing the builds that completely underperform and skills that completely underperform, even with like insane gear and stuff like that. So that's why like I'm a bit on a maybe not so excited for these kind of changes, because yeah, I would have just preferred that they fix things that are already in the game, so that we don't have like 500 items that, okay, not 500, 450 items that are not exciting to find and use at any moment of your gameplay. And especially that now I was a bit like, you know, I don't know, like I was laughing or like I was surprised when I kind of found it out, but I checked also like some other things. Oh man, he's dead again. Freaking idiot. Of course he ran into the back and just suicided there. Can I teleport, please? Bro. When I was making the characters in the planner for this dude, like trying different builds and shit, I found out that my weapon, armor and helmet 99% of the time are rune words and a shield. And I was like, wait, this is a bit funny. So there is literally almost not a single endgame viable unique of those slots. And the only uniques I used in gloves, belts, and rings and stuff like that, and only because you cannot make rune words in them, you know? So, I don't know. Which is a bit funny, like for, you know, this Colossus. Of course, that's what happened. These bugs. Which is again quite funny because the reward from Colossus Runeward requires kind of a unique, you know, don't want to say exactly the stuff, but so you know. Is venture based partly on profit, partly in fear? Huh, interesting. Why? Much. Give me a sec. That's a lot of messages you posted. I am too slow yet in the morning to process everything. You think there is a possibility that they want to put effort into actually expanding the endgame of D2R, but they are also worried about upsetting all players, so even changes that might seem helpful to classic D2R. So you're hoping that even that things seem unbalanced and power creepy now, they might become balanced with fewer updates. It sounds well, I can't see it being a one-off DLC. Iron being included. Okay, yeah, now I see, because I was a bit confused, like you could keep those things separate and so on. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, the fuck in the morning? Shinui, sorry, you missed the beginning, right? I stayed up until 4 in the morning doing different things with the game. I even play tested Eldritch build, like you know, starting with Cleave and like Hex Bane and stuff like that. Spoiler, it sucked. I mean, okay, it didn't suck. I guess like the main spoiler is that auto-attacking was better than Cleave in 99% of situations, because Cleave indeed has the like the animation lock and cooldown, not a cooldown, but like animation lock. So even with the fastest weapon, like Scimitar that you can get in the early game, it was still very slow and not really rewarding to use. It's extremely gear driven, yeah, probably. And you need like extremely fast attack speed, I think. Echo and Strike is much better for leveling, yeah, but it's super mana hungry, isn't it, like what you said the other day. Yeah, I don't know. So in like coming back to what you said about balancing and stuff, I mean, it is something that like, yeah, they need to make a decision, but I think if they frame it well and they explain that, guys, you still have D2R. If you don't want to engage in any of these things, maybe a smart way for them would be to handle it is to bring the stash tabs to D2R. Just bring it for free to D2R, you know, say like, okay, we heard you, that you don't want it to be gated, and especially gated in a version of a game that you may not want to engage with. Bring it to D2R, to the classic, I mean the original D2R, and then keep iterating with Reign of the Warlock. I think this is the way for them to do. I'm surprised they didn't do that. They would have made so many more people happier, honestly, that it's like I'm kind of like, it's such an easy win for them, no? Yeah, maybe not Chronicle and all of that. I mean, you know, if they make Chronicle like well and reasonable, then bring it as well. That's profit-driven part. Yes, but you see, I think, again, like if we think about D2R right now, people that were excited about D2R and wanted changes and wanted to see game develop, fuck off, dude. Man, this mercenary is like a punching bag. Can't hold anything. So annoying. People that want to play D2R or like, or you know, classic D2 or like D2 LOD, like you have it. They are not gonna buy it. People that want only to play D2 LOD because they have like 14 years of D2 JSP wealth accumulated there, fine, you know, like they're not gonna buy your shitty D2R because they see it all as a downgrade. They're not gonna buy your Reign of Warlock. Just do it like once, you know, like if you do good things for all and bring value for all, then I just don't think that this, like gating this shit behind the Reign of Warlock would convince people that hate any balance changes in D2 to buy Reign of Warlock, because it wouldn't. That's the truth. They're not gonna touch that version of the game. I don't know, like I don't agree basically with that. And if they think that way, I think they are wrong. So, are people paying 25 for just a character? I'm arguing that D2R shouldn't do that. D2R team shouldn't do that. The people that develop it, they shouldn't base it off the fear of upsetting older players that don't want any changes. But you kind of put me back on the track. It's also true that yes, paying only for the character 25 is too much. Like, let's be real. So ideally, what we all paid for is a notion of the same problems in D2 over and over. Gear not switching, skills unbinding. The thing what we pay 25 for is the possibility of future updates, the patches, the basic balancing. This is what we paid for, because we clearly saw that in the last 3 years they haven't done it, so they are not gonna do it for D2R. Exactly, we are paying for a hopium prescription. Exactly. Exactly. So, and like, I can only hope again that D2 team understands it, and that they understand why, who and why bought this version of a game on the first half an hour of its announcement. People that want to see reasonable balancing, people that want to see additional quality of life features that can be introduced, people that want to see potential expansion of the endgame. Like, I mean, that's like #1 exercise in business. Know your audience, create target audiences for whatever you do. And if we go, you know, further, then create personas, create user journeys. This is KD. He didn't play Diablo 2 for a year because he was playing PD2 mod all the time, and he made his own mods in D2, and he was crying about balancing ever since D2R was introduced and haven't done anything after one patch. And this is also Phil, who likes to play original D2 with new graphics, but doesn't want to see any changes in there, and is not interested in any additions to the basic game, because this is what he likes and what he loves since the beginning of times. So we're creating Reign of Warlock. I wonder for who we are creating. For Phil? To play it once and go back to original D2R? Or for KD? Any associations with real characters are not true. It's all fictional and has not been intended to introduce any controversy. Or whatever they say at the end. It's just the first thing that came to my mind. No corporate perspective. Wednesday fulfill your quota for that bullshit. Oh boy, oh boy. Wait, 38 extra gold I could keep. No, but it's, I don't know, like I look at all of this and I mean, obviously all of this is awesome what we got. Again, like don't get me wrong. And would I be upset if nothing else happens? Sure, I will. Because again, as a like business-oriented person, now I think they have all the possibility to harmlessly or with very minimal harm do very easy things to improve the game for people that want that kind of improvement. So they do have infrastructure now to do it. So I don't see why not. And am I happy that this already here? Sure, absolutely. Absolutely happy. There is more things to do, more things to try, more kind of builds and shit whatnot to check. Obviously, I'm pretty happy. Do I want to have more? Sure. Sure. Bone Necro is your main magic damage? Yeah. Top secret. How many beers did you have yesterday? I think you need to go to bed again and sleep it through a little bit. Just 8, it's okay. I think it's not okay. Parts of it were literally exactly like that. We want you to close your eyes and put yourself in the position of this person making a claim. Yeah. I mean, okay, I think this is a little bit too much to ask. Like, you want to be customer oriented, of course, but you don't need to imagine you are that person. I mean, so yeah, I don't know. I'm just not sure if, like, yeah, if they have a like good management or something there, like good skills to understand these things. I don't know. I have a feeling they don't. they seem to not understand these basic things about what's happening with D2. So incredibly on board with the strategy, measuring that I felt like an alien trying to fit in the normal humans. So you don't like to follow our corporate mantra? Curious. I'm not sure this is gonna, you know, be reflected on your next contractual negotiation. But yeah, I mean, again, there is nothing wrong with user journeys, personas, and understanding the customer you are doing stuff for. This is usually where you begin to, you know, to make a product that or service that makes sense for people and is not made for somebody to only make them cringe or feel bad that they decided to interact with your service. So in the end, it's not too bad, but also maybe shouldn't be taken too far. Like, not crazily dogmatic or anything. Oops. Man, one day the weapon switch will work here without any delays. I feel like it's based on some kind of breakpoint, maybe like attack speed breakpoint or something, because it's so annoying. Works every time so badly. Okay, I think I have enough jewels, right? Okay, maybe I finish this and that would be enough for any crafting. Mostly you agree with your system. I think that we mostly paid for an implied promise of more, but if it doesn't happen while I'll be annoyed, I'll just be the same old, yeah. We've been there. I paid half as much for a ticket to a 45-minute long movie, so in a comparison, a few weeks of enjoyment is cheap. Yes. I mean, I agree. Again, 25 euros is like one time in McDonald's or something. 4 beers. It's like some I think, yeah, like sometimes people need to do a little bit of reality check as well. I don't say that games should go up in prices. I think given the amount of distribution that is available now, and like all the practices that companies do to minimize the cost for developing games, and maybe also lack of cost management and control during the game development, just outside of the blue, you know, thought. I don't think the game should rise in prices, but at the same time 25 for something something that gives you a lot of value and a lot of enjoyment is not a bad thing comparing to, again, the other sources of entertainment and their prices and whatnot. So should be totally fine. It's like I don't know, I read today that Reanimal game was review bombed because it didn't have a bring a friend for free. It's a co-op game like Little Nightmares, but co-op. It's made by people who made Little Nightmares 1 and 2, unlike Little Nightmares 3. And people were review bombing it because the Friends Play or whatever it's called was not Friends Pass, I think it's called. It was not available on the day one. It was available on consoles, but was not available on Steam, and developers said that they will introduce it just a little later because apparently there were some issues or whatever, I don't know. and people were review bombing it. I don't know. Internet should have never been introduced in our life. Man, the mercenary is annoying. The switching weapon bug that doesn't happen like every second time is also annoying. Anyways. So, but yeah, like coming back a little bit to this data mine stuff, again, like the power creep that is introduced there is, or could be potentially introduced, is quite huge, and I think they should pull back a little bit and think about it a bit more. Well, I guess that's a new grail item for the third time. About voice actors who are included in Mugenics, and my response has really been, see, I have real problems, yeah. yeah, I know, yeah. I mean, we should also agree that like Twitter or X, whatever it's called, should be completely deleted and nuked. That place is like just hate generation, hate machine. Should not be existing at all. Like, it has the little value that it provides is like massively outweighed by all the negativity it produces, and giving platform to all the hermits and the terminally ill people on the internet to just create micro world and echo chamber and force bad things on society. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, true, the chat. Yeah, thank you. I disabled it yesterday after the stream, because when I turn off the software it has like a loading line. Obtaining media in ways that are definitely okay with publishers. Wait, you could do that on Twitter? Okay, so maybe it's not that bad after all. Maybe it's not that bad. We could give it a second chance. Shall we? Leave YouTube alone, it should stay. Yeah. YouTube, I think, is still okay for most of the part. I don't want to touch like YouTube Kids and all the things that you know, happen there, or like I don't know if they're still happening. I think there is a better like control over it, like having some really, you know, on purpose terrible things marked as for kids and stuff like that. Some sick people do, but then the main problem with YouTube is the algorithm, I think. The algorithm, and that and like not in a way that it's like, oh, like my video is not picking up, but what it tailors for in most of the cases. Like it tailors for a specific trait in human biology, psychology, which is by default is not bad, right? But this trait could be then exploited or could be used in a good way. And what do people like to do most of the time? Exactly, find exploits. So, and this is where YouTube really sucks, I think. Because it provides a platform for this kind of thing.
Raise a thriving, obscure movie community thanks to the same bad oversight that lets power things faster. Yeah, top secret. Yeah. Exactly. Oh, lightning skills for Sork. Nice. That's not a bad skiller. One day I will create a Sork, I guess. Maybe. Top secret. To get views, you need to do something, right? Like we touched it a little bit yesterday. See it like all those other creators, and especially those that didn't get, you know, sneak peek, like Mr. Llama, and created like 25 videos up front, which is, you know, like nuking the freaking content space. But anyways, to do like all those other creators that probably haven't slept in 72 hours, found all the hero editors, created all the characters, sleeplessly and tirelessly tested every freaking combination, every freaking thing, played through the game 6 times already, different builds, and compiled some good videos based on those analyses. This is what, you know, this is what you need to do if you want to get views. Now look at me, what am I doing? Don't bother to go on a sleepless run. No, but what I'm saying is that to get views, you need to work for views, right? I mean, it's again like back to the persona and user journey discussion earlier. Each goal has its means of achieving. Getting views means providing the information that people will most likely want to see about the update as soon as possible, before it's too crowded. I don't know, that's simple. Just do it. To mana, okay, that was very useful. Soul Rune. I wonder if we're gonna get today anything exciting. One good thing about Warlock is that he doesn't need a doesn't really need infinity, at least not as a priority. Hey Oli, hello. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Better? Oh, the cold is gone, or almost? So he doesn't need infinity, so LK grind is a little shorter, I guess. But then again, like the one thought that I had yesterday, and like, please don't hate me. But the fact that in the RPG, what we are doing is like 20 hours of opening chests over and over in order to get the basic gear that enables 90% of characters to play. Guys, I don't know. I try to push these thoughts away because these thoughts are destructive for my enjoyment of D2R. Getting better? Nice, nice. No, the recite video is not getting any views for years already. It peaked and it never came back. After like half a year probably, maybe even less. The main videos that are getting views now are the build guys. Hammered in, or like the hybrid Feast of Heaven, the Zerker Barb, like the beginner Zerker Barb. No, but come on, namespace, the recipe video is terrible. I mean, yeah, sure, a lot of people didn't know about it, but it's a bad video. I don't know. There's nothing good about it. There is nothing really to get out of it. The Feast of the Heavens, the Zerker Barb, the Pink Summon Necromancer also gets some. The leveling to 99 is getting some views again, more I think because of the Warlock or something else. Introduction to Atlas and maps in PoE. And I don't remember, I think that's pretty much it. My playthrough of Need for Speed The Run, continuously getting views. It's already like 6,000 views, the full gameplay, full game view. I'm speechless about that one. Another Ayo. I think I have some kind of seed with topazes. These are the most found flawless gems in the game so far. Whoa. Actually, like what we were talking about, getting views and whatnot. The very good example of that is actually a creator called Double Billy. I don't know if you know him. He's like off-meta guy. Warcry, the Demon Machine Sork and stuff like that. So he has been working tirelessly, like I don't know, putting out many videos already. So this is what you need to do to get the views and to ride the wave, especially if you can differentiate yourself like himself with off meta. So that's YouTube W, as youngsters say these days. So I'm surprised that Sweetfield, for example, has been very quiet. But I would also imagine that, like, as I was, you know, jokingly saying, he probably didn't like it. Like, I checked his streams a few times and I didn't see any excitement at all. I'm not sure. Maybe it was just maybe I was too short to really notice anything, but that's how I felt. How's the loot treating you? No finds. Well, one lightning skiller so far. One lightning skiller. Jesus Christ. It's gone again. Oh, mercenary. Oh my goodness. Why are you so bad? Jesus. It's just a money sink. 40k every time. Not much loot at the moment, Oli. Yeah, again, only the light skiller. We are live. 55 minutes already? What the fuck? What's his gear? He has like Yari that hones done. He has all res pretty much capped. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of gear, but he has like Holy Freeze, he has Life Leech, he does damage, maybe not a lot, but still, I don't know. Kinda expected him to survive. Maybe it's my expectations are too high, I don't know. But he gets mobbed by the gorillas and by the birds, like, in no time. Like, I always have to keep him on a leash. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe it's indeed like better to have a the archer girl, because she typically avoids fighting if somebody's close to her. Because this guy goes straight into the fight and then he's dead right away. Like, you have to keep him on a leash all the time. Okay, so it's almost 3. I need to leave before 6. So I guess like 5:30 is when I need to finish the stream. Okay, so I'm gonna have 2.5 hours only. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a lot. Because indeed, like, I wanted maybe to play a bit more, like run terror zones or something. That's also one thing that I forgot about D2R, that indeed, like, you kind of forced. I think now it's better, especially if you can terrorize the whole act. Like, it gives you room for reasonable farm, at least like for levels and whatnot. But still, there are like very few places that make sense to farm, and for most of them you need a Enigma. But again, maybe for some terror zones you don't need technically. But then, what can we expect from terror zones? On players 1, we will not find any rune in years. Players 3, well, maybe, but it largely depends on the area itself. We could level up pretty well there, I think, in general.
That should work. Oh, Grand Crown. Juanin's Splendor. Wait, no triangle. Could probably... We have a decent amount of MF, I think, so we could probably find some uniques. But that's, again, nothing special to terror zones. I feel like Reign of Warlock is going to be a really nice experience for online. Because for single player, nothing much changed, let's say. Like you would still, if you really look at the hyper optimization on the static maps, most likely nothing can beat the usual suspects. But for online, I think this is a good middle ground where you have longer, efficient sessions with like terrorized acts and whatnot, which is very nice. And especially if you like split farm 3 of you, 3 different acts or something like that. Oh, unique Balric Spear, nice. That's a Demon's Arc. So yeah, probably online is gonna be a bit more interesting, more fun. Yeah. Demon's Arc. That's pretty good for like a starter weapon for Troll Barb, right? Maybe that's one to make. I think Namespace was saying that it's like the best leveling barb, fastest leveling barb, all of them. Don't need this. Necrocane. Died again. Haven't played DLC much yet, but every time I see the pages scrolling in the stash, that annoys me. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I think it's also... I thought about it as well already. Not once. It's pretty bad indeed, the design. I mean, at this point, what they need to do is do the PoE stuff. Just have here a box where you see all the pages. I mean, who thought that clicking on this arrow at the bottom is a good idea? You need fast access to the shared stash. And click sheet fast there. Like, what? Why? I don't know. Okay, what if I don't consume and I just keep that dude? Oh god, they're all dead. No matter what, here.
Hey, hello, Dot. Hello, hello. How's it going? Essentially, having those stash pages makes it way less usable, actually, than it was before, with 3 pages available to open. You can't get to the page you need now. So it's more like, indeed, a stash that you don't really interact a lot with. I guess. Oh man, so sleepy. I should have went to bed normal time. Oh. Okay, another 33 charges. Oh my goodness. Oh. Can I please stop yawning? Somebody, can you help me? Oh god. Do. Charm. I remember on the Necromancer I found Sur rune quite quick. In LK. I think like in 4 hours or something like that, but I was definitely lucky.
Then I had another one. Then I farmed for Jarun tons of time, and then it dropped in flares jungle from a random flare that I went to make skellies before going into triangle. But yeah. Wait, what? One necro, big master unlock, cold damage, 9, Okay. Greaves, Codex, small charm, okay. Gloves, sure.
Good day. Good to see you.
Want to warlock skills. MF, poison rest, life steal, energy, extra gold, dexterity. Yep. Fucking hell. Think I should have slept longer, not to be so annoyed by small things. General Standoliga. Could be useful fulgurs if I do them ever. Okay.
It's a bit better with a goat pen. He's tanking a lot of first hits instead of a mercenary. Definitely helps him to survive a bit better.
Yes? I can't. Greetings. Hello. Greetings. I can't carry anymore.
Okay.
Good day.
One deck, 16 mana. I don't know. Doesn't look like very useful.
Yes.
I could keep it still. I'm gonna take a 2 minutes break. I'll be back. All right. Let's continue this mindless grind. For a little bit more. Bar Oasis and Maggot Lair. Oh. Who would have known that a mercenary's opening chest is the most dangerous adventure they're gonna face in the sanctuary. At least for Emilio, the amount of deaths he experienced in this thing. Activate their auras, yeah. That's the thing, and like don't wanna linger too much on it, but there are just so many dated things, completely dated things, that can just be, you know, updated without really changing the game so much, but making it play and feel much nicer, more useful. Anyways, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they announce some patch for the season. Maybe they announce something for later on. But let's take our portion of enjoyment. Although I have to admit that I very quickly realized that opening chests is not that much fun. Maybe this DLC is a stepping stone for splitting, I mean D2R as it is, and trying new stuff with this version. Yeah, that's what we discussed with Furious earlier, that now they have the infrastructure and the tools to actually do it, so go for it. And if like because again, like even like discussing that maybe it's a good move for Blizzard to actually bring quality of life features to D2R for free. Or let's say if you buy the Reign of the Warlock, the quality of life features become available in D2R, so you kind of have to pay still for those. Maybe on sale, that's, you know, not too bad in the end. And then keep improving this version of the game. But basically, yeah, Oli, like what we kind of said is that we mostly didn't pay $25 for the class and quality of life feature. We mostly paid it for the Hopium prescription that the game will be updated from now on, at least to some degree. Maybe they tested the possibilities. Yeah. Money smelling meme here, yeah. Test my ass. That's what I could tell. Ooh, that's a really nice ring. 10 FCR, 6 minimum damage, attack rating, dual res, cold poison. That's good. I like it. Is it better than what I have at the moment? Well, I have one with lightning res. Oh, and holy, wait, this one is even better. It's 10 FCR, 27 life, triple res, and 7 MF. Lowish on fire and on MF, but come on, this is actually, I think this is GG ring. I like it a lot. I'll put it on right away. 5 HR, 10 cold rest. This is also a really good small charm. Thank you, game. All in one seating, huh? In one session. Wait, what are you? Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. The ring is really cool. MF triple res live and FCR. Really nice.
I can't. Not in town. Good day. I can't carry
Worm height, 3 sockets. Wait, that's actually nice. Could make treachery for the merc. Is it gonna help him though? I was also thinking, is treachery actually useful now that you have the hustle? I mean, both of them do not provide enhanced defense, so Hysteria or Hustle has evade, but it's only for moving stuff. Has, I think, more IAS. FHR, a bit of resistance as dexterity. Feel like it's seems like as good as treachery. I mean, the main bonus of treachery is fate proc, of course. That adds this damage reduction and all res. But in that worm hide I could make treachery. I did find Lembrun yesterday, I think. At some point. I think after the stream.
good day.
These monkey mobsters.
Greetings. I can't. Yes? I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
Exactly.
Yes?
I mean, this is a gameplay that D2R deserves, right? That's a decent charm. Too bad rolled also cold damage. Not good for Berserker, but 2 max, 19 attack rating. Not bad, not bad. But yeah, winning this chest is like... Maybe I woke up today from the wrong side of the bed or something, but the fun of it from yesterday is gone. Let's do another couple of... and then respec into different build and try to farm some terror zones or CS or something, I don't know. It's not this. One TP left. Also, one problem of the Abyss skill, same as the chains, but at least chains actually cast, that it gets blocked by
Yes.
the objects in the ground. So if chain will be at least attached to loot and to the object, Abyss is just simply not casting. If you accidentally aimed it into the torch, for example, it's not gonna cast it at all. It's not the first time, it happens very often actually. Okay, let's go to Akara. Let's respec. I mean, Abyss is not the most, not the strongest build for sure. So what I was planning to do, and what I was looking yesterday, is a kind of a summon build, but through the blood boil, because it has like two parts of the damage, physical and fire. It doesn't work, I think, early game, but since I have like decent amount of plus skills, like +7, +8, I think this is where it starts to be viable. I think it's even p.3 viable, so we could test it out. And there are quite a few places with without fees and fire immunes, or at least one. It also has very big radius. I think even higher than Corpse Explosion actually. So plus you would have some mid shields in the form of different summons, and then we could also bind a cool demon to amplify it even further. And by binding a cool demon here, of course, Conviction Cursed. Those are the two that would just, I mean, blow it completely. This build. So that's what I wanted to do. So for that, we need to pretty much, this will be our only thing. We'll have Blood Oath, Mark Blood Boil, and then Binding Demon. And now we need to put max points into Blood Boil. 20 in Blood Oath. This makes our demons like super tanky, and we share a lot of damage with them, so I think we're like almost impossible to die. Also Engorge. Engorge. Okay, so level 20, it has already cumulatively 2000 to 3500 damage. Now we will need to boost also Demonic Mastery, so we have multiple demons and not one. I assume like basically you have 3 demons, so each of them deals that amount of damage. So maximum points in Demonic Mastery. And now we have 4 skills left. There is something that I wanted to look at. For bosses, I think still Sigil Lethargy is really good. The attack speed, run walk speed, and plus increased damage taking is really good. Now the next thing to figure out, or what I was thinking about, is depending on the plus skills you could do completely different thing. You could either go in the direction of, if you have no plus skills, probably Consume and Binding Demon would be good. Consume just one, but Binding Demon more, for extra perks that they get from every 5 levels in the skill. You have a lot of plus skills. The summons will be already very tanky and quite damaging, but I wanted to see what's the damage on the Tainted, because some tooltips that I saw in the planner were kind of crazy, like 20k fire damage. So alright, but before that we need to see our equipment. Well, we don't need, I think. Still finding Abyss nice for safety, going through hell with terrible res, but nothing gets close to hit me anyway. chain's absolutely destroyed damage-wise though. Yeah, exactly. That's why I found like sometimes like dropping the abyss could be nice if you just want to run past by, but sometimes it's just easier to drop a chain in front of you and run and everything dies anyways. So like from that point of view, I'm not sure how really good it is. Let's put 50 strength at least for now. I'm not sure I wanna put strength for Spirit Monarch or keep it. Definitely don't wanna put any dex. The rest I think is my normal gear. Yeah, sort of. This is a build you want to try for later season. It's gonna be slow start, but I think it will be a fun one. I am a bit like, I'm unsure because I'm not sure how to level that Blood Boil build. Like you could try starting full summon. Yeah, that's a thing. Like I'm not sure if it can actually get into like reasonable level early on. I feel like it's a bit of a difficult. You need some plus skills for it, to be honest, because there is, from what I understand, there is very high scaling the moment you go beyond what, like 18 or 20 skills. What's the last scaling breakpoint? I don't remember exactly, but it starts to ramp up really a lot, and also you will have good survivability of your summons with some extra points, like they will be beefy and not gonna die and all of that. So, but yeah, we can do the testing now basically and see how it all goes. Do I need cannot be frozen now actually? Maybe not. Let's see that. So what else do I want stat wise? I mean, obviously a lot of vitality. Never gonna be the kind of person planning ahead of time, although I'll just try and see. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, maybe I keep. See, if we find Monarch, we're gonna get Spirit, and it's gonna be, of course, a boost. And makes sense to use. Demonic. Where is my? Okay, run walk. Run walk. What's this? Oh yeah. Poison rest, sure. All rest. More MF. I'm alive. Where's my demonic skiller? Ah, there. Okay. No, let's maybe keep it for now like this. Any other charms? Oh yeah, this is good. This one is good. 15 life. No. Okay, I think I'm sort of good. Have good resistances now. Decent amount of everything. Okay, looking 25. Extra strong. Consume. Okay, let's try now without anything else. So skills. My damage is A. Gorge is useful. Death mark. Be D. Wait, no, this should be D. Death mark is useful, especially until you get teleport, I think. Now we need goat, tainted, defiler, bind demon. This dude, 1000 damage, 3000 life. Okay. Fire res. Maybe here. Okay, let's go check a few things. Outer cloister. Oh fuck. Nice. I forgot about... Good that I kept 3 skills. I forgot about teleport. Oh no, really? Man. Because of the tainted, they cannot move. So, this is great. Wait a minute. Potion. Nothing is dying, so, but... Okay, I need to buy potions. Need to get used to blood boil. I mean, I'm a bit surprised that like that damage is not enough to kill Devilkins or almost one-shot them. Yeah, but this doesn't look like... This doesn't look like the damage on a tooltip. I mean, not at all, right? Like, these guys have... Genius on a streamer, as always. Was player 7. Yeah.
Hello.
And the freaking Emilio died again. Bro.
Good day.
Can you fucking not die at least once, please? Oh, I didn't take consume. Yeah. For the moment I thought that I got completely, you know, bamboozled with the planner and actually nowhere close to the real damage of things, but no, okay, that actually does work. Even on like fire enchanted and fire immunes and all of that. But yeah, the fact that tainted blocking things from moving is a bit sad. Like this is also such an old bug for the summons, and it's such a old and annoying bug as well. Did I see him do? Cold enchanted. Roar.
I can't carry it.
Wait, we need to find Hephaestus with conviction, right? And cursed, I guess. Let's try doing that. Maybe first. Yeah, you see. I want to even say that it kind of breaks the build, actually. Because tainted stay in place, and because of them others cannot move, like mercenary. And the goatman. By themselves, they don't do a lot of damage. Might be better to consume the tainted and run with the goatman and bound demon. Yeah, the bound demon for sure, 100%. I wanted to keep the tainted for because on the tooltip they have a lot of damage, like really a lot later on, like with some plus skills. That's why I wanted to test and see like how real it is. It looked like too much damage even, you know. Amelia leveled up. Wow. But yeah, the Goatman is kinda good maybe for bosses because of a crushing blow, but since we didn't put any points extra, I don't think gonna be a lot of crushing blow there. Like 6% is not good enough, kinda. Maybe I should take in him, at least for now. And the Holy Fire Aura. Not the Conviction. Okay. Yeah, Enigma and Telestomping, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Should be enough safety. That's for sure. Try free Goatman. Maybe that works better. Still needs a bit more damage though. So I guess like extra plus skills would be really nice here. I need to make the armor actually, now that I remember. Because that's a bit slow even for P1 actually. I mean, it's definitely playable, but a bit slowish. Again, considering from what I see, I think all three of them proccing or like all three of them actually making the damage burst of a blood boil. But then can somebody explain how, like, was it 13 and 1800, 2.6 by 3.6 multiplied by 3, that's 7.5 and like 10,500. There is nobody in this map that has that amount of life. Sure, it's a shared fire and they have resistances, let's say 50%. Still, I think nobody should have here that much resistances. Like, I don't know. It does feel like there is something strange going on in the mechanic that doesn't really work. Like I'm dealing 20% of life damage to him. Wait, let's go do the Hephasto. feel like I'm on, I don't know, like Players 5 or something. What did they do? Oh, sorry.
Can't carry it anymore. I am overburdened. Thanks.
Oh, he got fanaticism. Okay, we got a demon. For now, fanaticism. I mean, that's better than what we had, right? He wasn't cursed, apparently. But he was always cursed. Okay, let's try another one. There he is. Is there... Ah, yeah, there we go. If we select and summon extra fast, extra strong, teleportation, or enchanted spectral heat. Okay, that's not really the best one. We could have goat. I wonder if I cast it third time, am I gonna lose the demon or not? Don't really want to try it though. Physical.
I am overburdened.
A lot of buttons, by the way. Things to keep track of as well. But still, I'm a bit surprised on the lowish damage output, actually, of that skill. Thought it's gonna be more. No, level up. First. Okay. We got ourselves cursed body. terrible mob, but we have curse now. Yeah, I think things are a little bit speedier now with the curse. Okay, superior flail. No. So we need there are a few things that are needed actually. We need conviction. I also want to make the warlock armor for more skills, and I forgot about that completely again. What was the rune word? El Shael Ral. El Shael and Ral. Authority. Miasma Chain on striking, Psychic Ward, when struck, 2 to Warlock skills, 20 fast hit recovery, it's damage, I guess it's varied. Fire res requirements -15. Okay, let's put it on instead of stealth. I mean, stealth is nice, but you know, have more damage. Yeah, the damage scale here is pretty huge. Now, yeah, I was debating if I need to put point in a consume, or rather try to boost someone. Yeah, the problem with the tainted, that really this would only work with Enigma. Like, this sucks so much because this is free fire res. Yeah, I don't know. At the same time, I could consume one for minus fire res plus fire skill damage, which could also help our cause more probably. Again, like, if this hits 3 times per amount of demons, then I would assume it's more than minus fire res and more fire damage. Maybe not. Really depends. Okay, let's put consume. What was the tainted? Well, we need to bind consume. How long does it last? 180 seconds. Okay, not a lot actually. Yeah, with I'm not sure if that's consumption gave that extra damage, but it is a lot of extra damage actually. And that we got, I guess, also from curse. Yeah, things die way much faster. Plus 2 more skills, maybe that's also a thing. Okay, let's hope Nefasto will be the right one. Okay, so he has conviction. What else does he have? Yep. Who saw it? No, nobody, right? Yeah. Nobody saw it. Yeah. How are you, Straight? How's it going? Or enchanted, fire enchanted, spectral heat. Conviction. Okay, we don't have curse, but we have conviction now. Still have a feeling like we are not on P1 based on the damage numbers that are shown on a tooltip and how things happen in reality. And also what the calculators said. Kinda really weird. Like in reality, that should be killing absolutely everything. So, I have no idea why it's not like that. But you also need you need both cursed and conviction, right? It takes some time to fish for one, apparently. Wait, he has might. Yeah, okay, let's reset. Okay. We also need, of course, insight for the merc and all of that thing. 3,000 physical damage on a pit lord, almost 0 damage taken. I think the tooltips are like completely wrong, it looks like. They don't really show nowhere near real numbers. That's what I figure. This is quite stupid. He has the Blast is not really what we need. Okay. Qualifier aura. Damage reduction. Interesting. If that was a like continuous bonus, then sure, makes sense to farm it, but for 180 seconds, nah, not really. Phew, okay. Mercenary as usually went to his forefathers at the first sight of the difficulty on the field. What am I carrying here? Get up here. Then I would imagine also with a Sunder Charm, like Sundering immunities, that's also gonna be quite big, right? Like it's gonna be a huge boost to the damage. It's cursed and what else do we actually? Hey. It's wrong aura, blast aim again. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Still not the right one. Why is it so difficult? Urdars can also be actually a good one. A good one to whatever bind, I guess, if it has cursed and conviction. Because their innate crushing blow is not a bad idea either. Oh, come on. When you actually farm those dudes, they always spawn conviction, cursed, extra fast, extra retarded, extra strong, extra fanaticism and whatnot. And when you actually need one, it's like holy freeze, cursed. Oh man. Mercenary died immediately. What the fuck? Mm-hmm. One thing for certain, once you actually get used to this gameplay, it's way more fun than Abyss or Miasma or whatever else. Not sure about the fire spells, but definitely more pleasant than the magic ones. Less annoying. Good. Holy fire. Well, at least we're leveling, I guess. 29.
What do you
Okay. Then also imagine with CTA, they're gonna be even more super tanky, which should help. Quite a bit. Wait. Is this it? I think it is. Yeah, he's all enchanted and has conviction and cursed. Oh fuck. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, let's confirm. Or enchanted, cursed. Yeah, I think that's it. I think this is it. Ooh, Ethereum Mage Blade. 3 sockets. Nice. Damage changed? Okay, maybe because they are fire immune, maybe that's why you don't really feel, but yeah, I think there is still quite some damage change. Okay, let's go get mercenary. Let's check out, I don't know, some other places. Maybe not too deadly yet. Let's try the pit out of curiosity. I mean, we have their fire immune Devilkin. Okay, these guys actually explode as expected on 1 hit. These guys sort of as well, couple of hits. 1 hit. So these are very low level. Let's remember that. Okay, zip it. Uh-huh. Okay, so I think immunities, the fire immunity in was making a lot of trouble. Good old build farm. Yeah, we got the new class introduced. The sole reason to get back to the pit, didn't we? Anybody there? Without telestomping, the curse doesn't proc very often. I inspired you to farm the pit a lot in the past. Damn. I did something good in this life. Thank you, straight. Okay, they actually explode very nicely. They actually explode very nicely. That's a shit pit map though. Yeah, look, one cast, they are dead. Not even, don't even need to cast it twice. Radius 12. That's like about 2/3 of the screen, I think. I didn't. Okay, I didn't repair it. Forgotten volume. Check it out. 1 to Warlock, Gorge, Miasma. We just need a bit stronger mercenary at the moment. We should be good. Although I do see that my demon always lacks life. Okay, that looks good. Now with that strong dude. This is definitely a situation where we could farm quite nicely. Oh, another skiller. Demon skills for Warlock. Hello, that's exactly what I needed now. Thank you, game. Let's get rid of this. And what else do we have? The weakest charm. Maybe 5-3 charm we don't need. Nice. Should we make treachery for the merc in this mage plate? I would say yes. Let's make a treachery. Since we found ethereal mage plate with a socket, why not? I need to remember though that treachery rune word. Shael tool something. Lem. Treachery.
Could also make him WARLOCK. Maybe then he will survive better. Although I kind of want Cure, to be honest. Maybe Cure with a Prayer Merc would be better. Cleansing, it's gonna have quite a lot of healing actually. Yeah, maybe let's do Cure, Shael, Io, Tal. And Treachery is... or should I make Lionheart instead? I feel Lionheart is not so good on a Merc. Treachery... Cure, and eventually we will also have Insight, so we can triple deep. Shael to Lem. Alright, let's do that. Shael Tool, and I have one Lem. Boom, Lem, Treachery. Fate proc should be helpful, right? Okay, let's go. Probably going to be better than this Hysteria. Oh, that had more depth, by the way. And then I think I had the free socketed mask. Here we can make Cure, and it was Shael, Io, Tal. Shael, Io, Tal. Let's do that one. Shael, Io, Tal. Alright. Cleansing over. Nice. Also increase maximum life. So with Fate proc, he should have quite decent amount of resistances. Now actually last thing that we need to do is we need to change him to Prayer Merc. That's also gonna help to keep the dudes alive, right? Demons. I assume it works on them as well. But actually for that we need to strip him of his gear. Because here gear does not drop when you change mercenary. Okay, extra strong, Black March, Hall, Forgotten Tower. Prayers, what you've been using? Yeah, I haven't used it in D2R honestly, because I didn't really have any need in the past. I mean, I used Might all the time, but I think here with a clean slate it kind of makes sense. Prayer Mizan? No. Can I have it like something else? Why they don't reroll? Misanthrope. Does it change like this? No. Do I need to leave the game or go somewhere else or something? I was always confused why they don't change.
Who goes there?
Okay. Let's redo the game. Then we can go terror zones and farm for the fire charm. What's wrong with poor Mizan? Because he's poor Mizan. I'm sure you did not intend to make this pun, but he's Parmesan. Okay, Hazaid. We can take Hazaid, right? We're fine with Hazaid. Hazaid is okay. S tier cheese, what's your point? Yeah. Okay, this Hon Sundan. That's unfortunately not ethereal and and not apt. Wait, 1,
2. Okay, let's try farm the cold enchanted. Wait, was it the tower right here? Oh yeah, it was. Nice. We have actually a really good tower setup. Decent LK, decent tower. What else? Damn. The demon doesn't recover well. I don't know if Goatman has like a better, I don't know, something recovering them somehow. Okay. I think that's I think fire dude would still probably be like stronger overall. Bag the coffin one. I think the fire spells will be still stronger, simply because it's a little bit easier and bigger AoE, maybe. I'm not sure, like, has anybody here played already, like, let's say, not end game, but sort of budget fire? I'm not necessarily, like, super budget, but I'm just, you know, like, above the budget, let's say. So I'm curious, like, your experiences. I don't know, guys, on Twitch or YouTube, if you can share, like, what's your feel now, because here I don't have any crazy rune words. The only crazy thing I have at the moment is Shaco, and I will also wear my Arak in 4 million experience. But the rest, I think like 2 skillers is kind of also okay. Of course, it's not really easy to find them, but you do find them eventually. Oh, Totemic Mask. That's Jalal's main. Nice. That's a good find. So yeah, I'm a bit curious. Could even do Ghost with Conviction. So again, Mercenary also easy to put up like this, and I can actually see it does really help. Also, it helps me to sustain, which I really like. Like, I don't need to chuck potions. That's like the best thing that you can get, honestly. Might be actually one of the best early farmers, because of a dual damage and ease of setup. Because fire, well, with Thunder Charm, with Obedience, and like early Flickering Flame, which is also Vex Rune, is like not the hardest one, but not the easiest one either. But you will be able to pull it together eventually, not with such a big difficulty. And then, like, yeah, Thunder Charm, Conviction, Obedience, and you already have everything in minus, what? Pretty much any mob in minus 20 or so of their fire. Their fire res, which should be pretty strong and should be dealing with everything easily, isn't it? Here I like the dual damage setup. Like that's, you know, but that's me kinda. I really like when you have a bit of versatility, don't rely on one thing only. Thunder Charms remove the need for that though, so we should remember that too, kinda. Maybe I don't keep it in mind too often. On the other hand... Oh shit. Mercenary dead. Oh, it was a herald. I didn't even realize there was a herald. The first herald actually that I noticed. Yeah, mercenary still has issues surviving. What the fuck is a herald? It's new in game. What do I do? What do I put points into? I really don't know at this stage. Herald of Ash Explosion MTX? No. There we go. Arachnid Mesh is on. We're level 80. Perfect. Herald is a new thing that appears in the terror zones. It's a strong dude. If you meet him, I think like multiple times in the game, like if you terrorize the whole act, then it is stronger. It could be any like any elite basically could turn into Herald from my understanding, and the Herald can drop a new Thunder Charms, the ones that can be crafted. They always roll like bad on minus res. How is he name of the Herald? Wait, what? How is the name of the Herald? It's just Herald of something. I don't know, to be honest. I didn't notice, like I was too late to see. I'll check next time if I see. Herald of Terror, maybe? So, and yeah, they could drop the new Thunder Charms. Okay, Countess greedy as always, not even an East rune. And those new Thunder Charms can be then crafted with some runes and the World Stone Shards that could then corrupt the whole thing. Okay. Okay. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a circle. Right? You only watched the battle bots today and play Enshrouded. Very productive. Nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, I'm only awake for 4 hours today, so try to beat that. could maybe go to the hall as well. I'm not sure if it's very useful. I like also the engorge animation, like it's very subtle, you don't really see it well, but like if I zoom in, wait, no, actually you don't see the zoom in, yeah, it's kind of this blood explosion that then goes towards the your summons, basically your demons. I do need insight though, really badly. Unerman? Huh, right? Someone who looked like this woke me up at 9:30. Ah, I see. Unerman. The infamous. Okay, let's go then in the hall. Let's check the hall out. Let's check that hall. Which one is my? This is my hall. Okay, that was a bit spicy. Showing hall on stream is guaranteed subs and donos. Yeah. Yep. Imagine you catch the wrong hall.
I need a key. I am overburdened. I am overburdened.
Ah, they immune to fire. Maybe because they're fire enchanted as well. That's why they don't want to die that quickly. But if there is no wrong hole, I restrained from saying that out loud. But that was the first thought that I had. Rip hook. By the way, just a bit of a PSA for anybody that is not aware. Oh, wait, okay, before we say this, we pick up that rune and we happy, okay? Now I have Pool, Mal, East, Ghoul. Where's the Vex? Where is the Vex? I saw this map. So this man drop a rune? Yeah, okay. You don't have to be like this. There are people watching, okay? What is this fame you are spreading? Your gossips, your lies. What is the cost of these lies that you are telling? Yeah, the quick announcement is that it seems like there is a quite persistent bug with Chronicle, and no clear reason why, but it resets its progress. So for me it happened, I think, twice already. So don't stay too dear with your current progress, because it may easily reset and you would have to do it again. So just FYI for everybody there. It's very unfortunate, but what can you do? the moment, and this is how it is. Oh, spider web sash. Too low though. Myrmidon Greaves. What happens if your cursed dude dies? I would have to find him again. Like I would have to go and search for this particular dude again. It's like an iron golem, basically. If it's dead, you have to make a new item, and here you need to find that particular combination of stats on him and bind it. So it's important to control him and heal. It's gonna reset right after I have your Bale quest killed, drop Stereos and Monks. Yeah. And exactly right after you wake up from your sweet, sweet dream. So yeah, it's a very nice like ability to bind the demon, actually the one that makes sense and that, you know, matters and will be useful, but it can also be pain in the ass to recover a thing like this. Probably doesn't take too long, but it takes time, regardless of what we say. Right after KD drops a bear, well, luckily there is no like runes are not counted in any of the things. Rune words, sure, but not the runes themselves. This is very interesting, level 4. I'm not sure if it's because he's like faster and running in front, but he's always the one who gets the most damage. My demon. Interesting. Yeah, don't make last wish until the bug is fixed. Exactly. This is the main point. That was nice. Ort. That's it? Just give me an Ort. Do Lich? Okay. Not a single Thunder Charm yet. I'm a bit surprised, if I can be honest. I expected them to drop left and right all the time. Right. Still don't know what to put my points in here. Dieser Ort ist nicht gut. Genau. Oop. Okay, so what do we have? Pool, Mal, East, Ghoul. 19 to life, sure. I wanted to sell the book, but instead I sold the charm, at least. Okay, here. Okay, The terrorized zones, considering it's like one of the first times I actually really farmed them, because I played before without them enabled in vanilla D2R. They're not too bad. Again, like at least a bit of variety towards what you can farm. They were like a little bit... Oh, it's mana burn now. Yikes. If they were tweaked a little bit to add some density, I think that would have been like the best. I don't know if everybody agrees, but I need to have just a little bit more of the dudes. I think it's good that they added those random random effects to them. That's nice. I don't think it's really a massive deal breaker, like makes them much harder. No. Strong character would just anyways like go through it like knife through butter, to be honest. But at least it's something. So yeah, adding a little bit of density so it feels a bit, they are more like equal across the board, all the areas. It would be really nice. What do you say? They should make terror zones in later arcs also way crazier. Yeah, maybe that's also a good idea. The thing is that Act 5 and Act 4 generally have tankier mobs, so they are generally harder, and like mobs, also stronger mobs in general. So Act 1 is kinda chill comparing to many others, so maybe that's a good thing. Like if you are not strong enough, you run the I can't speak and do so many things. If you're not strong enough, you terrorize Act 1 and you run Act 1 only. If you are stronger enough, you can go to later acts and and break them and farm there. But then you also need ideally a better reward, right? Hopefully. Found your first unique rig, so you think it's gonna be Nagel or Manald? You go to make characters stronger? That could be a motivation, sure. The thing is, also Ravenfrost? Nice. That's good. That's actually good and useful. Also, I don't know if you probably haven't seen it straight, but there were like some data mined crafting stuff for items, charms, and so on. That is, if they introduce it, it's gonna be massive power creep. Hey Robin, hello. Yeah, like it's gonna be really massive power creep, which I don't necessarily like, because let's first, in a short, like TLDR, let's first fix all the terrible items and crafting that we have right now, and then introduce extra power creep. That would be my suggestion generally. Yeah, the minus res ones, exactly. Are you having fun? Yes, actually. Way more than in Lower Kuras, to be honest. That's way more pleasant and fun to do what we are doing here. With a new build, that took some time to find the right Hephasto. With few changes, blasting this area, the terror zones, hoping for Thunder Charm for fire, so then I should destroy everything even better and faster, you know. When you're able to play since the start will be your mid work week as usual. Right, right. Oh wait, it's over. What is it now? Canyon of the Magi. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's go. Power critic is not bad if the game difficulty scales along with it. Yeah. I mean, yes. Okay. Generally, sure. But I think it's bad when you abandon half of the game in a state where like 450 items and 60 rune words are not usable because they are too bad. Like, I think that this is maybe a problem that you know, should be, in my opinion, should be changed first. Make it so that early and mid game are also balanced. Like in this game, you have early game that is balanced in many cases. Like you have decent stuff, and you have top tier end game stuff, but you don't have anything in the middle, unfortunately. I think this is generally what needs fixing. Oh, it's a Herald of Fright. Look at him. Not enough mana, or it was a Herald again. And he dropped like I think he drops 3 items, like a mini boss, or only 2, I'm not sure. It's like with Point before they started to rework a lot of uniques. You get free power instantly, but nothing else. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely bad, right? And like, again, let's be honest, there is not much you can do in the game currently. So that's the second point about power creep in D2R is that there is nowhere to apply it. It's especially until you fix all the busted builds and all the busted items and stuff like that. It's not like I want to nerf everything. I would like to nerf a little bit some really busted things, like, you know, maybe like Hammerdin a little bit Nova Sork, Lightning Fury Jav, like just a little bit, like tune it down a bit so it doesn't have like a free pass on player's 8. Then pick up other things so they can do something like that. Or closer to that, like become B plus, A minus, A plus builds. And after that, we need to think, okay, where to apply that power creep, because there is no content at the moment. Maybe indeed, like making some even like crazy terror zones with higher density, with like, let's say if you apply 2 or 3 shards for the same act, it improves the density and also increases the number of additional affixes, right? So you have to really like destroy things in order to do it. Something like this, I don't know. Again, like, I think the possibilities like endless. You have a lot of options. You just need to have a will to build upon what we have here already. And as a will, I mean a desire to implement extra features and whatnot. What did you say, Robin? Sorry. I think they are giving us the possibility to make our characters OP because they are going to add something really difficult, like maybe an Uber Act 6 or something uber difficult after hell. Maybe. But let's first add something and then make our characters OP. It's always, again, like, I don't know how you guys think, but I think it's always more fun when you have really hard content that you can't do and you start figuring out
how to actually make it. So when your kind of character creativity comes out of the constraints that you have. So if your constraint is that you are not strong enough on your own, well, maybe then you need to group up, and maybe then somebody should be an aura bot and whatnot. And then okay, let's see if we want to make it accessible for like single characters, if we do need to fine-tune a little bit some builds for that, and so on and so forth, right? Like, I would more prefer this kind of approach, I guess, than just giving us power to face tank anything that may come and so on. I really don't know what to put my points into, to be honest, right now. Make terror zones in Act 5 crazy, yeah, so they can actually use the power. Still convinced that the attack rating system 2 is so yeah, no, that is 100%. The attack rating system is what makes a lot of characters really, like melee, really bad. Especially with terror zones, because you're always behind on a level, unless you're 99. So, in my opinion, that's really bad. Like, you need to do something. Oh, nice, Scarab Husk, sweet. In my opinion, it's very bad. Just remove the level part, or cut it half or quarter, but don't make it really. It's one of the main contributor. What spec are you? It looks strong. I'm running the Boil of Blood, so I basically tried this build now, and you won't believe, but I have pretty budget gear. Maybe we can make a short clip. I will try to do it in like. I'll try to do it in like 1 minute or so. So basically, what do we have in this character? It's a spirit, it's Shaco, but you could use lore or whatever. It's authority, the cheap 2 warlock skills, rune ward, basic amulet, ancient's pledge, have arachnid mesh. You could use caster belt, also fine, and I do have 2 skillers. Found them 2 demon skills. I'm running 20% demonic mastery, 20% blood oath, 20 skills blood boil and gorge, and 1 points into goat, death mark, tainted, defiler, demon, and consume. The main skill is blood boil. As you can see, it deals pretty decent damage. Every demon you have emits the explosion, and on the mercenary I do have cure, Hone Sundana, don't have insight yet, treachery, and it's a prayer merc for healing. What you do is you explode, occasionally you eat a corpse to put them back in, and finally the Hephasto, I farmed it, I found cursed and enchanted with conviction. That's what you need. That's it. Was I able to do it in 1 minute with a clip, or was it too long? Can I have another take? This time without saying 20% on skills. So yeah, Prime Samurai, I hope that's helpful. But in general, yeah, I'm pretty much hoping, because I have Cursed and Conviction on the Hephasto, I bound him, I reduce a lot resistances for damaging with Blood Boil, and it deals physical and fire damage. Later on, I am going to do... I'm going to like, intermediary item would be Heart of the Oak. You could use Flickering Flame, I guess, if you don't have, let's say, Shaco. I would say it's more or less the same. Flickering Flame, maybe a bit more defensive. I also put a point into the Lethargy thing, because the Sigil of Lethargy, because again, it's increased damage taken, it slows down, so I think it's gonna be good if you want to farm bosses like Diablo, Baal, and Dario. Like they will be pretty much unable to do anything, and will be able to you will kill them very easily. And of course the blink, the blade warp. This is what you are running. It was definitely not performing until I got the Hephasto. So Hephasto is definitely an MVP here. And what's important is that with more plus skills, your minions, your damage, it scales pretty hard. Like it goes really high. So you would need to try to get more plus skills. You are pretty much invincible for the most part. First of all, the cure and all the healing that comes from the mercenary really helps. Like you see, I almost don't chug any potions. That's one thing. Second thing is that because of the blood oath, you 61% damage taking goes to your demons. Like you share a lot of damage with them. It's huge damage mitigation. So again, my opinion, this character is quite OP in a good way. There are a lot of good builds as well, from what it looks like. So yeah, play what you think is what you enjoy the most. So far, I started as a what's it called?
I can't carry.
I started as a Abyss build, but I think like I haven't found really easy way to play Abyss and Miasma Chains. Like it's good for playthrough, absolutely. Miasma Chains destroys everything. Abyss is also good for control, but I didn't really find a way to make it a little bit easier to play in general. The Blood Boil consumes 5% of Demon's life. Somehow my Bound Demon takes more kind of damage, it seems like. So from time to time you need to use Engorge, because that pretty much puts back all their life and... wait, here. Yeah, it heals demons, yeah, immediately 58%. It's really strong. So you need to use it every now and then. Don't miss out on it. Because if you lose your demon, it's like, yeah, gonna be quite unfortunate. I also have on the left click the death mark. It's basically teleporting all the dudes to the target that you choose, which could be helpful. Again, for sharing the load between them, because sometimes if you have a faster, like I do have, Fasto is very fast because he's extra fast and all of that, so he may be coming first to fight, which is not good. So he can die. With Death Mark, it's much nicer. I think you feel the most this build or like this stuff struggle with fire immunes. Man, the mana burn on the terror zone sucks. So yeah, with fire immunes it's a little bit worse in general, but not too bad still. Because of the curse and all of that, it still works well. Finally got one of the statues. Really, you got it from terrorized boss. Nice, good job. Haven't seen yet. Not a Worldstone shard, not the statue. We just found that Reign of the Warlock is adding a lot of power to the game, so there must be a reason. Yeah, okay, that's I hope that's the way how it actually gonna go. I do hope it's something like this.
Ah, Tom's a TZ, yeah, true. I mean, I just haven't found Duriel yet, I guess. Okay, Mercenary again wanted to suicide. That might be it, actually. The right one. Let's check it while we still have time. Oh yeah, that's definitely the main one. Every casual thinks he needs to be able to complete any game on Giga Chat Plus, and if they suck, complain about the game being too hard. That's not how it works nowadays. I mean, like, yeah, that's true in a way, but also, like, I don't want to believe too much in that. Or, like, I hope it's not exactly like this. Because indeed that would suck a lot. Like, I know D2 is difficult, especially like on some like melee or some characters. Hell is quite a spike, but you don't need to make it easier. I think you need just to make a progression a little bit smoother, especially after entering Hell. Like, there is not so many things that are in your arsenal that can make the game playable a bit more interesting. That's why everybody plays OP characters, because, well, you can't do anything with any other. Like, try starting multi-shot Amazon or cold arrow Amazon. I mean, it's like miles behind. Ooh, treasure. I can try roll for sockets. So but again, like, my sentiment is still the same. Like, before introducing new OP crazy stuff, let's fix, reimagine a little bit stuff that already exists. And again, like, considering they used help of the streamers and stuff like that and community, we saw that the new uniques, new set items are all really good. And, like, they are not OP good, you know, like completely out of the blue, but they're actually just decent. Like, the starting set is pretty pog. All right, let's do Duriel. Okay, that was quite quick, actually. I realized there are no no bodies. How do you heal your dude? That's actually a problem. A little downside of this build, I guess. Probably you need to find a you need to find a different skill maybe to use on those. Well, you don't really have any other skill though. We'll go here, I guess. Good density. So yeah, interesting question. How to, and I feel like on Diablo they might actually die. Huh. Because Diablo, Bale, Duriel, they all don't have any bodies around. Mephisto and Andariel do have. Huh. Interesting. But that's also good. Again, I don't think... Oh, unique ring. Alright, guys. Alright. You can try to guess what it's gonna be. Manald, Nagel, or... So yeah, I don't think they need to, let's say, reduce the life that is spent by the demon with this thing, but I think it's a good challenge to figure out as a playing this class. Okay, since we are not too far away, let's get out and go to the next one. And the breastplate? No way. No fucking way. Breastplate? Holy. It's nature's peace. Sweet. Wait, this is good. Only Oak Sage was immune to damage. Okay, the Chronicle, Venom Word. Okay, who is sharing the might? Maybe you. Grim Shield. Wait a minute, this is Leadless Wall. 1 skills, 20 FCR, mana after each kill, increase maximum mana. I don't have much resistances, but maybe that's something I could use. If I had a free socket quest, I could put their perfect diamond and actually use it for just, you know, 1 extra skill and a bit FCR as well. In reality, I just need Monarch, I mean Spirit, right? But I'm not very lucky with bases this time around. Nice, but I'm happy that I switched to this build. I'm also happy that I switched from farming lower crust for now. Because, I don't know, lower crust is just not to offend anybody, but it's too much autism there. Really takes a toll on you. Good. Clicking the boxes when you can actually be slaying demons, you know. I also really wish that that bit of a game could be improved a little bit somehow. With something, you know. That's the... How is this how is this tomb so big? I mean, it's not the main tomb. Ah, because it's the super unique tomb, right? With ancient Ka, the soulless, right? Right. That's why I forgot about it. That the two tombs are actually big. Actually, they can even deal damage altogether to like a single target. With all the crushing blow. And so on. Curse. Yeah, for sure. That's nice. 5 more minutes in here. 3 sockets, miasma chained, flame wave, eldritch blast. Doesn't look like the skills you would need for that crazy rune word. Whew. Okay, oh, that must be it. There he is, Ancient Ka the Soulless. Attack him! Bam! He's dead. Nice. We were strong. Nice, nice, nice.
I can't carry anymore.
All right. Guess let's run. Pretty nice experience as well, actually. Lots of XP here. Up. Up. Okay. I have one more tomb, right? The last one. Yeah. Okay, just enough time to clear all the tombs and do the Duriel as well. But I definitely need to update my loot filter. Just too much crap. And I guess once we have insight, we also don't need most of the potions, which will be super nice as well. Less clutter. Ravenclaw, okay. Time is it? 5:30. Okay. How's it going for everybody? What are you guys up to? What are you doing? Wait, I forgot about these guys. Glacial Trail And Drifter Cavern, holy crap. This one is... I'm a bit afraid I could lose my dude there. It's not the easiest place to farm, can check it out. But it's pretty tough one actually. Drifting Cavern is fucked up. Terrible place. Only foul demons live there. Yeah, like most of the Act 5 areas are already tough to begin with. Unfortunately. I mean, maybe Glacial Trail, depending on the mob spawn, could still be alright-ish. But it's also quite large. Don't know. It was very empty compared to Tombs. Tombs are OP. Some of the best Terror Zone probably out there, alongside the Chaos Sanctuary and stuff like that. Yep. Forgot to go back to Flare Dungeon. What for? Or you mean you were ready to fight Mephisto, but realized that you don't have the eye? Right. Well, that happens. I don't like the area we were in right now. Glacial Trail didn't feel too fun. Okay, yeah, in a normal area like this, everything dies pretty easily. This is really good, like, budget build, really, if we look at it. I mean, I do have some bits that are not super budget, but I don't think there is a big difference. I wonder if we can do Triangle. Out of curiosity. How is it gonna feel like? That's not particularly the easiest triangle of them all. With Conviction and Might and Curse. Actually, well, Conviction spawns like here once every 16-18 runs on average. So maybe that's a little bit easier to get it. It's Tancred's weird. Let's go Stony Tombs. Amy, that's what you said? Yeah. Good. Sure. Whoop, never level up. Level 82. Yeah, maybe I need Ravenfrost. Have to be frozen. Wait. Yeah, I see this dude destroying the stony tombs early ladder very easily. The only problem, it's gonna take just a bit longer to find it for him on the season because it's not teleporting particularly or running like charging like paladin, so it's gonna take a little bit of time. What else can we test? We did already do Pete. I mean, that was totally fine. Which other early area can we have a look at to farm? Maybe Andariel, the catacombs. Yeah, let's check Andariel out of curiosity. Yeah, let's not waste time on anything else though. Level 3. Ooh, I don't have a map. Ah yeah, because I was resetting it, of course. Whoops, dead end. And we're here. Oh yeah. All right. We'll see on Dariel now. You probably wouldn't farm it on him unless it's terrorized, because let's be honest, not the nicest area to get to on a non-teleporting or partially teleporting character, let's say. But maybe like for single player and stuff. Yeah, I think it's okay. What is this one? A salamander. 2 to fire skills. We can actually use it with this build. I mean, it's worse than spirit though. But blood boil counts as a fire skill. But yeah, if you don't have spirit, you could use that stuff first. Okay. What else can we have a look at? Wait, let's click. Driving Karl. Oh, Arcane Sanctuary I wanted to test. Yeah. And I would imagine this would be even better, or potentially better, with Thunder Charm for fire. He actually breaks the immunity with conviction from goats. Interesting. Oh, you can totally farm Arcane Sanctuary with this dude. Just jump around. Can go in the middle as well. Just avoid jumping kind of sideways. Keep it straight so the ghosts don't go from the line. And their drops there, all the bear runes don't drop to the void. And you're good. Yeah, okay. Wow. That's actually awesome. That's I'm glad to see that it's doable and quite easy. Might even do it on a single player instead of freaking lower Kurast, because I'm gonna lose my sanity there. I don't know, it just feels terrible. And you are super safe even if you jump in the middle. It's a big pack of mobs, a lot of damage shared. Yeah, the guy is OP. I mean, come on. I wonder if I can go like higher. Yeah, let's try players 3 at least. Just for curiosity. Out of curiosity. Well, these are still not players 3. Probably goats could be a problem on higher player count. But with a Sander charm, it's gonna be a piece of cake, is it? Okay, players 3 is probably maximum with this skill level, with this gear that you can go. And I would also doubt if it's faster. Like, p.4 though is a good increase in the chances, right? It's it's fairly reasonable, but yeah, these guys take really a while to die.
It's locked.
Mr. GC at the start, you think? Okay. Could check later. So the ghosts apparently not a big deal. I guess because Amplify works much better on them, right? But the goats are a bit annoying. Two rune. And you could sort of reposition yourself, so that also works. Could even maybe target ghosts only, which is not optimal, but works. Nah, I don't see the thing. Not a big deal. Okay. Okay, that could be also interesting for early season start.
Stay a while and listen.
Like, you don't need any crazy gear to begin doing this, and you could begin at like level 80, so it's very, very easy. Canyon of the Magi we've seen already. I'm not gonna go Mephisto. I think it's gonna be the same as same as Dario, more or less. Act 4. I mean, let's try actually one CS run. I'm curious how CS is gonna look. I do have a bit of my concern that CS without Fire Thunder may not be really smooth, but let's see. Because then pretty much this guy can farm any area in the game, nearly any area on this build. With fairly basic gear. Yeah, the Venom Lords, too beefy for... I mean, still doable, again, don't get me wrong, you will be able to do it. But I feel like it's a bit too beefy for my liking. Like, I prefer for faster runs, but you could definitely do it. Oh, chainmail. I'm not gonna bother identifying it. I mean, it's not the first, not the last Catan, or I mean, not the last Catan that I'll find in this journey. It's probably slower than on my playthrough with miasma chains. Funny, right? But still it's quite strong. And definitely doable. And you have nice mobility and all of that. Yeah. The ghosts die really fast, that's really nice. Curse on Demon could suck. Yeah. I'm more worried about Diablo. That he just might annihilate the demon. There are no bodies to heal him. And yeah, repositioning would be annoying. I'm just afraid that, yeah, he could be destroyed.
I am overburdened.
Let's give it a shot. In the worst case, I log out. But yeah, doing CS without Diablo is a bit sad, I would say. Maybe this sigil would be enough to deal with Diablo. Who knows? Infector is definitely the one that slows things down quite a bit, but okay.
Not even death can save you from me.
I know you tried, Diablo. Atmos Whale. Nothing good in here. War boots. Well, pick it up maybe. Is there anything good on it here? No, not really. DLC character? Yeah, exactly. XDD. But if he does the laser beam, that could be a problem. Hey namespace, hello. You're just in time. We finished the overview of the build, yeah.
Yeah, it's a boil blood summoner, basically. So using the Hephasto with Curse and Conviction, Goats, because when you have Tainted, your minions get stuck in one space and it's really bad. You need Enigma for this, I would assume, to use Tainted. And I think Tainted, again, like, I wanted to see what their tooltip is, because in a planner it was like 20k damage, and I don't know if it was hallucination or not. 9+ kills, yeah. 2 Spirit, 2 Shaco, 2 from the Rune Ward, 1 from Arachnid Mesh, and I have 2 Skillers. Yeah. But then again, like, my amulet doesn't have +3. I could easily use +3 amulet here. And I could use Spirit in Monarch here. So, but we just saw, even, like, I think this is really, really good starter. Not starter farmer, let's say. You have a lot of survivability because of sharing damage with your demons. You have a lot of options to go to because of dual damage, even if you don't have Thunder Charm, which I don't at the moment. You don't need crazy gear, like most of this gear is super obtainable, like Shaco and Arachnid Mesh, forget about it, and just have +3 amulet and you have the same number of plus skills. You probably can get Demon Skills, Warcry, Warlock Skiller cheaper than many other. Many options. And for Terror Zones, it's also very good. It worked pretty well. What else? What else? Yeah, not much else. On the Merc, I used Cure and Prayer. And there will be also later on Insight, so it should be nice. Yeah, and it's quite laid back build. The Blood Boil has 13 yards, which is somewhere like this area, more or less. So it's quite big. Okay, now I'm gonna actually bid farewell, and I will get going and get ready with going for the concert. So, gentlemen, thank you for your attention today. Thank you for sticking around. I got tired of LK and switched to this, which I'm pretty happy about. I think that's way healthier gaming, let's say. Which artist? The Cooks. 20 years of their first album, Inside In Out, indie rock. So, alrighty. So thanks a lot. Have a good fun. And tomorrow I'll probably not stream because I want to make 1 or 2 videos. So after work I'm gonna be busy. So yeah, enjoy. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Twitch. And I see you during the week. Bye.